Good morning. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the best place on the internet. Here trading with me, Forrest, your host. Yesterday was kind of was a very choppy day. We had a nice little pop-up yesterday. We're going to talk about that. Have some accounts to give away today. Just this week, not today. Sorry. We're going to resume our weekly giveaway, and My Fun and Futures has a pretty big promo right now, right? They're giving away 20,000 accounts, which I highly recommend all of you participate in for $1. Okay. Prop accounts are great leverage. You definitely want to utilize it. So, yeah, that's what we've got going on. Let's go ahead and pop into the charts and let's get our bearings first. That's what we're going to do. So, hope you have something open to take notes with, because that's always the first thing that we're going to do. Let me get to my main scene here. Cool. And let me see if I can get y'all up here. What do we got? LLA7MD, what's up? OG Trade, what's up? Paulo, what's up? Josh Mine, good morning. Take a Risk, CHA, good morning. Love to see the core crew here. If one of y'all could go into the Discord, share the link for the stream, I'd appreciate it. Cool. Sorry, I'm trying to fix all my windows. A lot going on this morning here. Pretty crazy week at the business overall. I tried to do an update video in the Discord, but it was too long showing you guys the status of the studio. So we have glass getting installed this week. My office is getting built, which is pretty cool. Working with an interior designer. My interior designer gave me a quote of $150,000 just to do the interior. So we're getting a few other quotes because I really don't want to spend $150K on just interior design. So that's pretty cool. As an aside, since you're all here and I have you, I'm probably going to start talking just more about business in general with my content. I kind of been in a creative, not even a lull. Mostly I've just been too busy, but it's like I spend so much time on the business. Obviously, I'm still trading, but it's like I have a lot to say about it because I'm living it. So let me know if that would be interesting to you guys. Am I doing more just like business content as well? Nonetheless, in the charts, okay, we came down. We did a prior POC retest on NQ here, retested this prior trend line. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's actually just go to the daily really quickly. All right, it's a little messy right now, but we can clean this up here. So this 23,421 was a previous measure move macro, big support resistance line, right? You can say we came down, dipped into it. Let's actually go to the weekly. So that weekly thesis I had was that the first move would be retesting this bottom wick. So we did retest it. We didn't get down exactly to a 50% retest. We did like a 45% retest. Still retested quite a bit of it. So that should just be expected. You should expect any long wick to get retested, you know, even at least 33% of it. Now we're bouncing up. We have a POC higher here on this session. What I'm looking for this morning, okay, we don't have any tier 1 data. There were some earnings that came out this week. I need to look at the earnings calendar again. Put link in free chat also. Thank you, brother. We need to see if we're going to mean revert off of this prior POC retest or if it's going to come all the way lower. We don't need this previous line anymore. Well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself before we talk about mean reversions and all of that. Skipped ahead. So we have that weekly retest. On the daily, we have this consolidation here. So what I'm looking at in these nodes is I want to understand what shelf are we in? Are we traversing a shelf? Right? Look at this. This is still here from last week. We'll get back to that in a second. Are we in a node that we're traversing, or are we going to go node to node? Right? That's kind of the flow of the market. Are we in a node that we're traversing, or are we going to go node to node? So right now, we're kind of escaping this node right here on the daily. Okay, we're right above it. If we crack into it, the lows are really where these bottom wicks are, right? We can see that there's this edge here, right, defined by where we've wicked on the daily. So I want to see how that plays out. These are kind of the rules that I wrote last time I was on stream, I think, which was Friday. So what should the weekly look like? What should the daily look like? And then what liquidity matters and how do we get there? Good rules of thumb, guys. Okay, so if we're looking at the weekly chart again, what makes sense for the weekly here? Another bottom wick, right? If this was the low of this week, right? We should expect upside continuation from here, 24.5. Okay, so we got our little retest. It could still retest a bit more of this. We could get another weekly doji and then we go higher. I don't really know, to be honest. Okay, it's been a chop week so far, and it's Wednesday, right? So we've already burned 2 days in the week. We still have a down candle. In terms of immediate continuation, I'm not necessarily super convinced. We'll have to see with I don't have a link handy for the earnings calendar. If someone wants to throw that in the Discord, that'd be great. We could take a peek at that. Yeah, really, good morning. Did I miss anyone else? Don't think so. Let's go to get ES side by side here. I'm pretty diverged here right now. I mean, ES is mean reverting. NQ's holding a little bit lower. ES probably going to come up to this POC. There's this little node right here. All right, we can see here. There's a shelf here. If it cracks through this, it's going to come all the way up to the value area high. Right? It again, just to give you guys a price, it'll be 64.88. It'll come all the way up to here. NQ lagging a little bit, building a little bit of node here. This diverged behavior in the morning is never a sign of a good session, by the way. Yes, there are trades to get. Okay, I'm just, in terms of like the best possibilities, there are sessions where you're just like, ooh, this is magic. This is easy. And then there's sessions where there's always like chop or something like that. Okay, this is going to be a choppier session. The market's already telling us with the divergence that it's not going to be one of those super clean sessions, which is fine. You just got to know that out the gate. Doesn't mean you can't make money today, guys. Again, doesn't mean there aren't trades. But if we characterize the market at early morning divergences, means less than an A day. Okay, it could be a B day, C day, don't really know. But for the session, if you're like day trading inside the session, that's what it means. ES, we have, what do we got here? NVIDIA after hours. Put link in free chat also. Thank you, Quad. Yeah, so NVIDIA earnings today after hours. In Q, naked POC below. Okay, got this previous session POC here. That's a magnet that could get retested. I can see that happening. Again, because it's Wednesday on the weekly, let me clean up some of these lines. I don't really have a lot of expectations for this current session, guys, to be honest. Macro-wise, nothing has changed. I'm still looking for higher. We do have these new tariffs on the 29th. Okay, I just saw today that a bunch of countries are boycotting sending mail to America. The 29th could be a red day. The 29th is Friday. So if we have a red day Friday, we could end up with a down week, completing that 80 to 90% retest. Okay, let's actually write that thesis down. Okay, we know these tariff days with Trump tend to be movers. Okay, August 29th could be a down day, which means we have a red week. Okay, so let's see how today closes. We'll only have 2 days left after today, obviously, but that'll give us some intuition. NVIDIA earnings after hours today. I want to see what happens. We could pop up with earnings, and then the 29th smashes us as well. But I do think we're going to have a down move on Friday, but we'll see. Let's see. Let's get some more edges in here. Previous session VAL. I'm debating right now where I would add in a long. If I was going to long more, I might hold off until Monday though, just off of this simple analysis here. I can either add in longs right at the edge of this node here, 23,447, But I don't really like this divergence, so I might just sit, to be honest, today. Let's see what we got in the chat. SMK Prabhu, good morning. Kirtana, good morning. Pretty Brown Eyes, good morning. Pips Puma, good morning. SK Procure, good morning. Parvati, good morning. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the best place on the internet. See NQ coming off. Tech a little heavier today. Okay, we can actually look at XLK. I haven't brought the X's up with you guys ever on stream, but XLK, right? Technology sector. See, it has a red candle coming in right here on the 4-hour, traversing this node here. So let's put an alert right here, actually, on XLK, the edge of this little shelf, 261. And we'll say XLK edge of shelf. So let's see if we get some support there on XLK. Yes, under this trend line right here. We don't need this one. The 4 levels, if you're new here, that I care about every single day, put them out in chat, guys. Who's got the answer? With Thukumar's green today. Awesome. Love that, brother. What are the 4 levels, chats? Pop quiz. I'm going to start doing account giveaways based off of who can answer questions the fastest. I'm good, man. I'm good. Don't forget, if you haven't seen it, My Funded Futures is they're giving away 20,000 accounts. Okay, go to their website. You can also get 33% off of accounts right now. It's one of the biggest discounts you can get using code TRADEEDGE. Check it out. Prior day high, prior day low, overnight high, overnight low. Thank you, Paolo. I know I can trust you, brother. It's important to remind yourself of these things, guys. The reason I say them every single day is because there's a bunch of you right now doing things discretionarily outside of the best locations to take trades. And I know you're doing that. And the problem with that is that when you trade outside of your system, it will always bite you in the ass. Okay? So you don't want to get lucky as a trader. Not too many times. Okay? If you rely on luck, you will get unlucky. I promise you. You don't want to rely on luck. Okay? So prior day high, prior day low, overnight high, overnight low. Let's mark them up on the charts right now. Overnight low on ES is going to be 64.72. Okay, overnight high is going to be this 64.89. All right, previous level, don't have to mark it. Prior day low is going to be down here, 64.30. Prior day high up there. NQ, prior day low is actually going to be the 23.421. It's already marked. Overnight high is going to be right here. Prior day high is mostly off the table. Okay, prior day high is off the table. We got overnight high here, and prior day low is off the table. Okay, so NQ is kind of in this weird location, as well as ES right now. Yeah, it's not a day where you should be risking a lot. It's a de-lever day for sure. And position, you need to be today. You should just be thinking about higher time frames entirely. In my opinion, I'd be positioning for higher. That's my only interest in today. Unfortunately, guys, a little boring day. You could have shorted this, level. I'd say you should have shorted this level. But the actual EV there's nothing crazy. 144 points. We did fail to sweep this high, so if we do an M shape here, we're going to come all the way down. This area here, this big box, remember, is a node on the higher time frames. Okay, so if we crack back into this, we will come back for this lower trend line below. Okay, which again on the weekly is us going for that bottom wick retest. So a lot of stuff going on. Yep, nasty divergence today. Ours today or Friday? The giveaway? I'm going to do our giveaway on Friday, but we can start signing up today. So let me go ahead and get that form ready for you. I am also going to start. Oh, I've had the link there, but I haven't mentioned it. If you guys want one-on-one time, I do have a link you can sign up with in my stand store. I'm usually pretty, I might need to tighten up my calendar. I don't want too many of those, but I've been so busy recently. I was like, it'd be nice to do some coaching light, interact with some people. All right, let's do the giveaway for this week. Coming down here, previous session VAL, 23,463, and the actual macro target lower for NQ. I'm not really looking, with this divergence here, I'm not really looking for much. Someone asked if I look at YM. I don't, but we'll take a look today. Well, I'll get you guys this giveaway form ready. Just waiting for that alert on XLK to hit, basically. Let's go to the weekly. I mean, it's uptrending. Very clearly uptrending. We've got this high to contend with right here, as well as the previous week high, right? This week, these highs. And then you got all-time high after that. But it could sweep this and then come back to this lower trend line here. Okay, there's a little trend. What is it? August 25th? Whoops, I did it the wrong way, guys. Hold up. Hold up. 25th giveaway. We're going to hit publish. And we want anyone with the link to be able to respond. Publish. Copy the link. Here you go, guys. Nope. Here is the link for the giveaway. Fill that out. Chance to win an MFF account. Again, 33% off with code TradeEdge. Join the Discord. Check us out. We're in there every single day. The yellow lines are our 4 key levels. Okay, I might clean them up off of the ES chart here. I mean, it's kind of noisy on the weekly. I'm going to remove these for now. Actually, I'll leave them. I think they're good for you guys. I don't like looking at them, but we'll say prior day low. Prior day low is really like down here, but we'll leave that level for now. This is going to be overnight low. Overnight high is really our measured move. Okay, so we'll just add that measured move higher. Overnight high. And then we've got this high to contend with, which is let's label that the most relevant high. Yes, got overnight high. I actually created an indicator that'll do this for me. I should use it. Still coming lower. Next 4-hour candle is high volume red right now. We want to see how this closes. There's still 8 minutes. Okay, it's really important how this 4-hour closes. We don't want to front run the candle. Okay, front running the candle means trading the candle before it closes. A lot of you have probably done that before. You're like, oh yeah, this candle's going to close like this. Then you took a trade, and then it didn't close like this. It closed like that. And you got screwed. that ever happened to you? Guys, ever happened to you guys? You have front ran a candle? I know it has. Use mine. Yeah, didn't you make a V2 or something of that actually works? I haven't looked at it in a while. I actually don't need it visualized on the charts. My initial intention with that is actually for something else I was working on at the time, which I've put on pause because I've just been so busy. Wow, excuse me. So we traversed most of this prior POC node here. It's getting a little bit of a bottom wick. Yes, holding higher. Again, because of the overall narrative for today, I'm not expecting too much today, guys. This isn't the day to put it all on black. You know? It really isn't. My insurance policy is expiring. No. What questions you guys got for me today? Lay 'em on me. Use it for the other indices to set up alerts automatically. Yeah. I essentially just wanted to run it across the entire market. Essentially, I was just trying to run a filter for my system across the entire market, which I will do eventually once I have a way to synthesize it better. But right now I don't, so it's fine. I'll tell you the one question I do have this morning is Battlefield 6 release date. When is that? Friday, October 10th. Nice. Yeah, if I could automate just that across the entire market. There's a few other things I want to do. Are pretty sick. Let's take a look at gold. That's the wrong GC. Let's just clean all this up on gold. Start from scratch on this chart. Let's start from scratch and see what we get on gold. Let's go to the 1 day. Gold is doing a massive pennant wedge thingy here. Look at this. If this breaks out higher, oh, it looks crazy on the daily. I'll tell you that. Gold measured move 4,009. It's a massive move. It's like all-time highs for gold. Super all-time highs. Interesting. On the downside, most of the liquidity is down here, right? So this is liquidity block here, downside gold. This will be my downside target. So attacking these highs here. These are macro targets, guys. So the question is, which one of these is it going to go for? I know you guys can't hear this music, but I'm freaking flying through space right now. I'm the Silver Surfer. All right. Gold is ranging here at the highs inside this node. I don't really have a lot to say about it. Obviously, you could play this range until this, stops working, right? Buy these lows, sell these highs. We're getting to the edge of it. It's going to break out soon, right? If I had to give a timeline on this, say the next 2 weeks, it's probably going to break out of this shape. Would be my expectation. These shapes never go all the way to the end, by the way. Okay, it's usually like right about here. I mean, that's November actually. So we'll see. I was hoping I'd find something more interesting here, but I didn't. If I wanted to, try to take some position on the upside. Trade some like gold options. Never traded those, but I'm sure they exist. I could do a strangle for both of these levels. Far dated for like November or something to see what happens. That's a trade idea. Could be pretty cheap right now. NQ still building volume lower. 4 hour just closed. It's 10 o'clock. High volume, big bottom wick here. ES is an up candle, green bottom wick. This wick will probably get retested a little bit. Again, different candles. There's a divergence here a little bit in the VP. It's not an A day, guys. Oh, damn, my freaking biceps almost cramped. I forgot I was working on those. Trying to get swole, guys. This is just one of those days, and if this is your first time on my stream, unfortunately, it's just one of those boring days. There's just not a lot that you should even be doing here. And I'll run through why. I trade the auction, really the VP. Right now, the auction on ES, we're very close to the price where most people have transacted on ES. We're right above it. On NQ, we're actually pretty far below the price where most people have transacted. So the auctions are very different right now. Okay, sometimes that gives you a trade idea, right? If you can see how they're going to reconverge, that could be a trade idea. I don't necessarily see that right now, not with a high level of confidence at least. Okay, the problem with right now is that I could see too many possibilities. I like to trade when I have like 1 or 2 very clear possibilities within some time frame. Okay, the only time frame I'm really certain of right now that I really care about is I'm still macro long until 24/5. Okay, so but with inside the session, we always have context what we're talking about. For this session, the session is like meh to me. Okay, so it's not something that I'm really looking to risk money on. And I use the word risk money, not trading, because you do have to risk money to trade. It's not a session I want to risk money on. There are some sessions where I'm like, dude, I'll risk money any minute of the day because it's so easy. Okay, and at this point in my career, I have no desire to try to prove myself to anybody, to be honest. NVIDIA down 1%. Sick. I love that. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA. The U.S. government took a stake in Intel. How do y'all feel about that? That is weird. Got nationalized companies now, dude. sure there won't be any government insider trading related to that at all. Sure, everyone is gonna follow the law and do what's best for the American people. Let's go to the 4 hour 4G. I really said LOL. Surely, right? Hey, thank you, book. Nice. It's got some eggs. Oh, fresh off the stove. I am gonna eat these guys. I apologize. But I'm hungry. My girl just made them. I don't want to eat them when they're warm this time. Ugh. What a boring day. Nice bottom wick on the 15. Yuck. Yucky. Ugh. Ugh. It's not it, guys. It's not the session, to be honest. NVIDIA earnings after hours today. I mean, that's the narrative. That's our data. So, to be honest, I don't really like wasting time. Pretty light on questions today. I'm probably just gonna get off, because I literally have nothing to say about the session, nor do I plan to take any trades. Any last minute thoughts for me, guys? It'll be a quick one. I apologize, but I'm actually gonna go crazy trying to think of things to say and this terrible price action. I would say this, guys. If you're red today, do I still have Perdia codes? Yeah, they should work with code, I think, Force Trading. It should still work. If you go to my Perdia videos, I think the code is there. I just don't link them anymore because they're acting weird. But if you use them and you make money from them, that's fine. Use the code. My code gave 25% off, I think. Should still work. Weird in what way? Nothing that's relevant to you guys. I'll just say this: the relationships between YouTubers and some of these prop firms is separate. For you guys, it's totally fine. Get the discount, use it, get paid as a trader. I'm not the type of person where it's just where I sit is different than where you guys sit. So I would say use the discount. Okay, get those accounts for as cheap as possible. Do your thing. They pay out. They're fine. They're fine from that regard. Or get a My Fun Futures account for 33% off. And make sure you join their giveaway because they're giving away 20,000 accounts. 20,000 accounts for $1, guys. It just doesn't make sense not to enter that raffle. You might as well. $50% over the monthly goal already, waiting for the A+ edge walk time. Love it. Yep. Cool. All right. Well, this will probably rip something crazy once I get off, but I am going to get off. I will do, since today was so quick, let me look at my schedule. Maybe I'll hop on tomorrow. Let me look, guys. I'll get on tomorrow as well. How about that? Plan? Deal? You guys want a Thursday stream? Okay, I'll do a Thursday stream. Tomorrow, what I actually want to do is I'll get on earlier. Okay, and we'll do a little bit of our planning in our notebook, right? So that 30-day challenge I did where we were planning in the morning, we'll do that again. So before market open, if you guys want to get on, I'll probably stream around, let's say 7:30. So I'll do a 7:30 to 8:30, just market analysis stream. Okay, we're going to talk about the setup before the open, see if I can give you guys a battle plan before the session starts, and you guys can take that with you and use that. And it'll be good practice for what you all should be doing anyways. You shouldn't just be showing up at 9:30. Okay, so that's what we're going to do tomorrow. What an everyday stream. That's a lot. Maybe once I have my new office. I'm building out my new office now, in addition to a bunch of other things that I'm building. But the quote for that build out was about 3 times as expensive as I expected. They wanted dang near 200K on the top end. It's like 150K for all the interior design, and then went like 200 bands for everything. I'm like, oh. I'm already multiple 6 figures in on this new office build out. Black Diamond Trader, what's up? What else did I miss? Tours 007, welcome by the way. No, Coop, what's up? LSJN, what's up? Subramanian, what's up? Jiverme Silver, what's up? Spaceman, what's up? Cliff Garcia, what's up? Do I take any trades live? Not really. I mentioned the trades that I'm in. I have an aversion to live trading because, to be honest, it just messes up my trading. I've tried it in the past. Kudos to everybody that can do it. But I can't trade. I can't trade my full size account live. I can't do it, guys. I'm sorry. I could trade a paper account. I could trade some small accounts live, but trading my full account live, because I just know, one, I know people are going to follow my trades, and the vicious cycle that happened last time I did that was people inevitably blow up. They send me these 6 or 7 paragraph DMs explaining how my trade ruined their life, even though it worked out for me, or if I lose a trade, but I manage my risk. And it's a whole thing. Like, just can't do it. If I was churning and burning accounts, which, I could do and still be net positive. Like I could, I just not like, all right, I got to take this call, guys. I'm out. Hold up. What's good, bro?